Hello, today we'll be talking about Tynamo, the final, pure, electric-based Pokémon introduced in Gen 5. It's also tied with Rotom as the lightest electric-type Pokémon, as of the filming of this. Its previous BYC dates are October 20th, 1997, August 10th, 2000, June 1st, 2003, March 22nd, 2006, January 10th, 2009, November 1st, 2011, August 22nd, 2014, June 12th, 2017, April 2nd, 2020, and January 22nd, 2023. I love the idea of an electric eel Pokemon, and I love that this Pokemon combines that with an electrical discharge tube. Something I don't understand is why it isn't part water type, as one would think that a Pokemon based on an electric eel would be, given that they live in water and need it to survive. Anyway, let's get into the Bulbapedia article. Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we'll be talking about Tynamo, the Elefish Pokemon, whose number is 0602. This is what it looks like. Its type is electric, ability levitate, gender ratio is 50-50, catch rate is 190 or 35.2%. Breeding is a group of Morphous, hatch time 20 cycles, height is 8 inches or 0.2 meters, weight is 0.7 pounds or 0.3 kilograms. Basic experience yield is 55, leveling rate is slow, EV yield is 1, and speed. Shape is that. It has no feet, so it has no footprint. Pokédex color is white, and base friendship is 70. Tynamo is an electric type Pokemon introduced in Gen 5. It evolves into Electric starting at level 39, which evolves into Electros when exposed to a Thunderstone. Biology, Tynamo is a short, white eel-like Pokemon with dark oval eyes and a red 4-point star-shaped mouth. A wavy yellow stripe runs along its body, which has a long fin membrane, giving it a tapered shape. Tynamo has an organ that generates electricity, which it discharges when in danger. A single Tynamo does not generate much power, so groups of Tynamo move in schools and create a shock that is comparable to lightning. The Pokemon Company merchandise artwork and several TCG illustrations depict Tynamo swimming in or leaping out of bodies of water. Evolution, Tynamo evolves into Electric, which evolves into Electros. So Tynamo, Electric, Electros. Game data, Pokédex entries. In Gen 5, Black. While one alone doesn't have much power, a chain of many Tynamo can be as powerful as lightning. White. These Pokemon move in schools. They have an electricity-generating organ, so they discharge electricity if in danger. Black 2 and White 2. One alone can emit only a trickle of electricity, so a group of them gathers to unleash a powerful electric shock. In Gen 6, X is Black's entry, Y is Black 2 and White 2's entry, Omega Ruby is Black and X's entry, Alpha Sapphire is Black 2, White 2, and Y's entry. In Gen 9, Scarlet is Black, X, and Omega Ruby's entry, Violet is White's entry, Legend ZA is Black 2, White 2, Y, and Alpha Sapphire's entry. Tynamo, the Paldea Pokedex, you can see a few of them swimming. Tynamo in the Kitakami Pokedex, you can see a few of them swimming. And Tynamo in the Blueberry Pokedex, you can see them floating, question mark? I can't tell if they're swimming in the body of water that happens to be in the cave with the crystals and the Galvantula webs, or if they're just floating in air. Game locations. Side game locations. Stats, base stats, HP 35, attack 55, defense 40, special attack 45, special defense 40, speed 60 for a total of 275. Type effectiveness, damage normally by normal fighting, poison, rock, bug, ghost, fire, water, grass, psychic, ice, dragon, dark, and fairy. Weak to nothing, immune to ground, resistant to flying, steel, and electric all for half. Notes, if gravity is an effect, this Pokemon is given an Iron Ball or is affected by Smackdown or Ingrain. The opponent has the ability Mold Breaker, Turbo Blaze, or Terravolt, or this Pokemon is affected by Gastro Acid, or this Pokemon's ability is replaced. The effectiveness of ground-type moves is double, so go from 0 to double. Learn set, so this is new. We'll start with this little intro here, since this is a new intro paragraph. Tynamo is available in Scarlet, Violet, and Legend ZA, and then by leveling up, they have it now separated by Scarlet and Violet and ZA down here. I'll start with Scarlet and Violet, so in Scarlet Violet, at level 1, it has Tackle, Thunder Wave, Spark, and Charge Beam. In Legend ZA, at level 1, it has Tackle, Thunder Wave, and Spark. I don't know what this plus is. Plus moves are a signature mechanic of Legend ZA that boosts the power of any move it is used on, and is comparable to the power of the Strong Style from Pokemon Legends Arceus. So it boosts the power at level 10, I guess. And what's CD? It's also new. Cooldown is a property of moves featured in Pokemon Unite and Pokemon Legends ZA, serving as the equivalent to PP in the real-time battle system both games use. Similar to PP, moves have varying amounts of cooldown time. The range of cooldown times
Varies between games. Okay. Again, I'm only gonna read them if there's only one move, I guess. By TM and Scarlet and Violet. TM 023 Charge Beam, 82 Thunder Wave, 171 Terra Blast, 173 Charge, and 181 Knockoff. In Legends ZA, before I get into them, we can see the new look for TMs. That's fun. Oh, that looks very good. TM008 Thunder Wave, and 17 Protect. By breeding, there's nothing. Side game data, you got all this. Evolution data, Tynamo, level 39. Electric, Thunderstone, Electros. Sprites here, so, you know, a little bit maybe more simplified, but basically the same. Shinies, kind of got a blue tint to it. In Gen 6, you get the models. Pretty good adaptation, I'd say. Kind of makes it more gray and this kind of blue. Oh, and it makes it like gold. The yellow line, that's interesting. In Gen 7, the eyes, I think, are the biggest difference, but otherwise not much else changes. Homes, get these models. Animation, Tynamo and Pokemon the series, black and white. Got all this. Pokedex entries in black and white, episode 50 in Ash's Pokedex. Tynamo, the Elefish Pokemon. Tynamo usually lives in groups and has an electricity-generating organ which discharges when in distress. In the manga, Tynamo and Pokemon Adventures. Got all this. In the TCG. Trivia, Tynamo and its evolved forms were designed by Yusuke Amura. Tynamo and its evolved forms are the only Pokemon with no type weaknesses under normal battle conditions. Tynamo is the only electric type that is unable to learn Rest, Substitute, Protect, Endure, or Sleep Talk. Along with Rotom, Tynamo is the lightest electric type Pokemon. Before Gen 9, Tynamo was unable to damage Ground/Ghost type Pokemon. Along with Oricorio, Tynamo and its evolved forms are the only Pokemon included in all three of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet's Pokedexes. Tynamo and its evolved forms are also the only Pokemon included in all four of Gen 9's Pokedexes. Origin, Tynamo and its evolved forms are based on eels, perhaps specifically the electric eel, which is actually a type of knife fish, despite its name. Tynamo, in particular, was designed to resemble the larval stage of the eel, Leptocephalus. Tynamo might also be based on leeches, lancets, or gymnotiforms, knife fish. Given its evolutionary relatives, resemblance to lampreys, it is also possible that Tynamo may be based off an Amosoete, the larval form of a lamprey, known as Yatsume Unagi, literally eight-eyed eel in Japanese. The yellow mark on the side of its body bears some resemblance to the visible spine of Hyquicthes, as well as the visible current within electrical discharge tubes such as the Crookes tube and the Geisler tube. Its electric typing may be an allusion to bioelectrogenesis. Name origin, Tynamo may be a combination of tiny or tyke and dynamo. Shibi Shirasu may be a combination of Shibare, numbness, or Shibare Unagi, electric eel, and Shirasu, whitebait. Now, languages, references, external links, let's move on.
Since we watched Dynamo's first scene in the anime before, let's watch Dynamo's second scene in the anime.
Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we are watching episode 707, Dazzling the Nimbasa Gym. The plot of this episode is not really important. You'll see here in a second.
Who's that Pokémon?
Who's that Pokemon?
It's Tynamo!
And that is Tynamo's first scene in the anime. Let's move on.
Now let's see why other people love Tynamo. Now let's look at fan art.
Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. No, we sent in fan art, so instead we're looking at DVR fan art. For those of you who aren't familiar with the series, what we do is we go through these images until we find an image that doesn't contain a Tynamo. This first one is a fusion, and we don't start with fusion, so we'll start with the second one. This is Clown Tynamo by Dandelion Dreamer. This fun alternate version of Tynamo here, where it's like designed after Clown. That's fun. This is Paper Mario Tynamo line, commissioned by Tim Draws Stuff, TDS. So we've got this nice image here of Tynamo, Electric, and Electros in the Paper Mario style. That's fun. Very well done. This doesn't contain a Tynamo, so we'll move on.
Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I'll be streaming tonight at 10 p.m. CDT, Central Daylight Time, where I won't be catching any Pokemon. Instead, I'll be adding honey to honey trees to try to get more Pokemon tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Electric. As always, this isn't my proper outfit, you'll see me tomorrow.